Welcome to the Final Four of the U18 B Division. This is semifinal number one. Your Kahnawake U18 Mohawks taking on the Lakeshore Leopards. Leopards in white with red and blue trim playing left to right, and the Mohawks wearing black with orange and white trim. Ashton Stock getting the call for the Mohawks today, as Chaz Norton is not here. Neither is Noah Norton. 5 Mohawks out, 3 of whom are suspended. Kahnawake Deer's not one of them. He gets it deep for Daytona Lazar, and now Carter Snow. Carter facing a double, an aggressive one, and away come the Leopards. Good poke by Ronan Daibo. Kahnawake Deer up the center ice, and that one's intercepted by Ray Liu, and Liu will get it deep behind the Kahnawake net. Ronan Daibo in pursuit of the puck. Wesley Morris around the horn for Snow. That got as far as the blue line, but not out. Intercepted by Owen Rive. Rive sends it up to the high slot. A wrister, Stock, the save, loose in the blue paint, and Kahnawake Deer picks it up for the Mohawks. Here he comes into Lakeshore territory. He shoots, and that's stopped and held by Demosthenis Vagenis. I believe that name is of Lithuanian descent. I could be wrong. Face off to the left of the Lakeshore goal. Sorry, there are some pillars here at Ray Bork Arena, so just like this Lakeshore team is the pillar between Kahnawake and a berth in the championship game, which would be held tomorrow at the same time if they are successful. Puck goes in front of the net, and that'll trip back to the point. Ray Liu, a snapshot, and that was blocked by Riley Tuax. Settled behind by Matthew Stacy. Turnover, and that shot not on. Played up, and Tuax tips this one. Liu with the intercept, and Ray Liu shoots it into Kahnawake territory. Shot back in. Off a skate. Todd Jacobs on defense with Stacy. Puck goes back behind the Kahnawake gauge. And De La Pin had it, and it's taken back and thrown back out to center ice by the Mohawks. 7:40 to go. Scoreless here in the first period of this semifinal. Winner of this game faces the winner of the St-Laurent Spartans, St-Laurent Warriors matchup, which takes place after this one. Puck goes in the corner. And that'll be stolen by George Jacobs, pinching up on the attack. Jacobs with a wrist shot, and that won't hit the target. Matthew Stacy, Todd Jacobs on defense, so George Jacobs has moved up to center, and that will be a penalty to Rodertis Mator for pushing. And the game's first power play will come here. All right, so the Mohawks have to adjust. Down 4 forwards. 4 forwards and a utility player, Noah Norton, who played everywhere in that first round win that got them the bye to the quarterfinals. Stolen. Deer. Nice stop by Vagenis. And the Leopards having a little trouble getting organized here. Bowen Deer, Kahnawake Deer on the attack. Short-handed. And now it's played up. Wesley Morris, Ronan Daibo, the defenders. And there's Deer coming in to knock the puck away. And now Lakeshore gathers it. 1:15 left to go in the power play. Bowen Deer intercepted the first time. Puck's on edge. Ashton Stock with the stick save. Here, deflected. 1 minute. Here's a wrist shot. And I think Stock got a piece of that with the left shoulder. Stock stuffs it out. Back to the point it comes. And Kahnawake Deer with the intercept, and he gets rid of it. Bowen Deer behind your knuckle Deer is going to go to the bench. Lakeshore moving back, a pass blocked. They try a lacrosse goal, and that didn't work. Wesley Morris picks it up. Morris has a look. Morris has time, and he gets rid of it. And the final 20 seconds of this power play are set to tick away. Back up. Todd Jacobs waiting, and that'll be icing against the Leopards. Face off to the left of the Lakeshore goal. And that's one back and sent around the horn. The penalty is over. And now we are back to full strength. Leopards 0 for 1 on the power play. 5 minutes gone by here in the period. Up the center. Tipped. And that is taken back by Daytona Lazar. Got it as far as center. Hammered back. And Jacobs found on the pass. Back up into the high slot. A wrister over the top of the net. Stuck behind the net. And stolen by the Mohawks. There's a feed up to Rodertus Mentor, who tips it in to Lakeshore territory. Icing wave. Oh, they called it. I thought the FAR official was waving it off, but they will call it here with 4:36 to go. Face-off coming up to the right of Ashton Stock, the starter for the Mohawks today. And if Kahnawake takes this thing, they will be playing in the championship game tomorrow, which would also be a 4:45 start, similar to the one today. Well, actually, the same exact one. Ronan Daibo battling for it. Riley Tuax tried to play it around. Bounces free, and then the puck shot wide as that thing was on edge. George Jacobs now playing on the wing as his normal spot at defense. The Mohawks really don't have any forwards. 4 forwards and a defender. Oh, this one's backhanded on net by the defenseman, forcing his goalie to make a save. George Jacobs with the interception, tried to get it in, lost his balance, and he'll have to vacate the zone. Behind your Duckwood Deer. Back behind for Ronan Daibo. And Wesley Morris shoots it back in to Lakeshore territory. 3:47 to go. Riley Tuax. And it's played up to Ronan Daibo, and he plays it back for Deer. Behind your Duckwood Deer. Shoots through traffic, and that won't hit the target. Picked up by Deer. Behind your Duckwood trying to get it back behind the goal. That one was picked off. And look out. And Deer coming back on defense. Good stop there by Ronan Daibo and George Jacobs to prevent that long pass from being successful. Deer coming on in. Back to the point. George Jacobs, or Ronan Daibo now shoots. And the Mohawks radar tracker a little off here. Not able to hit the net thus far in the game. Behind. And a pass comes out, and George Jacobs with an opportunity for point-blank range. He was turned aside, and that one will come all the way down. Face-off coming up to the left of the Lakeshore net. 2:55 to go here in the first period. Back to the point. It's deflected, save, rebound, score! Daytona Lazar gets the Mohawks on the board. It's 1-0. Well, the face-off is won by the Mohawks, and this is a good shot through by Todd Jacobs. It deflects on net, and then basically the first guy to get there was Lazar. He wins his battle and puts one into the back of the net, and the Mohawks strike first here in the semifinal. Daytona Lazar with the goal, and the Mohawks have the 1-0 lead. Here against Lakeshore. Coming back. Well, Bowen Deere with the other assist. Uh-oh, look, we're going to take a pause for the cause here. Face off to the left of Ashton Stock. Daytona Lazar has this icebreaker here in this semifinal as the puck is lifted into Lakeshore territory. Mohawks taking a penalty. So they are killing a penalty now. There's another shot that is missed wide. I think they're trying to fine-tune their shot. Shot's a bit too much. Ronan Daibo. Daytona Lazar on defense here. And he flicks one up the center that pinballs and will come back. Ronan now. Sends one around the horn. Ronan off the boards. Kept in by Lakeshore. And that is sent out of the zone. So there's a 19-second difference between the game and penalty clock. Mator, that's incidental contact. He went for the puck. And unfortunately for Lakeshore's Rive, he got the worst of that. Sent around the horn by Morris, and that'll get out. Leopards are forced to tag up. Wesley Morris has a little bit of time, and he'll get this one out of the zone. Final minute of play here in the first. You see her? 28 to go in the penalty, 45 in the period. A wrist shot is blocked by Deere. Puck goes in the corner. De La Pin cannot get the handle, and it's played up to the point. Deere is tripped, and there's going to be a penalty to Lakeshore. And that will take care of the penalty. Put things 4-on-4 for 11 seconds. And then the Mohawks will go to work on a PP after that. Again, Daytona Lazar has the goal here. If you see my camera, my tripod moving, I really apologize, but my kid is leaning on me, so. Brandon, the dad, apparently is also in gear even when he's filming games. Face off to the right of the Lakeshore net. Back to the point it comes, and that shot is blocked by De La Pin. He comes in. 24 seconds left. De La Rua, number 2. It's Rua, but in Portuguese it's Rua. So I'm a roll with that. Ronan Daibo picks it up behind his own net. Up to center. Deere. Backhanded. Ronan Daibo, and that'll do it. Period 1 in the books. Mohawks 1, Lakeshore 0. Here we go, second period of play. The Mohawks leading Lakeshore 1-0. They will have 1 minute and 30 of power play time. Oh, look out, a breakaway Lakeshore! Sent over the net! Boy, that would have been a really loud start to the second period for the Leopards. Now Snow out in front. That puck skips over George Jacobs' stick. They heighten it up with Deere. Drops it back. And Todd Jacobs lost it. And Lakeshore shoots it down. Stock. Deere, and he had it slapped away. And Dehaine Yurako is going to be the first one on it for the Mohawks. Sent around the horn. George Jacobs catches it up with it. And now he'll drift back in his own territory and try to regroup here on the man advantage. 44 seconds to go on said PP. Matthew Stacy pitching in. And Stacy lunges the pile forward, kicks it away. And the Leopards with a little bit of room, skating up. And Ashton Stock will squeeze this one and hang on. 8:51 to go here in the second period. 22 seconds to go on the power play. Just let her walk around. I don't know why she's walking back. I don't know who that was. Amelia! What are you doing, baby? Face-off corralled by the Leopards, but the Mohawks pick it up. Up the center ice it goes. Morris drops it back for Tuax, who gets into Lakeshore territory. Riley Tuax got a whistle and a penalty coming up. It's a hook, and that'll be on Rive for the Leopards. So a 6-second. A 5-on-3 for 6 seconds for the Mohawks. Whether or not, no matter how abbreviated this power play is, I mean, you still got an opportunity here. Daytona Lazar, who has the goal, up front with Riley Tuax and Bowen Deere. Ronan Dyba, Wesley Morris on defense. And Morris pins it back. Tuax out in front. Lazar, he scores! Daytona Lazar. Well, he's got a couple of goals here in this tournament. That's his 4th of the tourney. And that is a power play goal. You've hit the jackpot with the Mohawk Super Bingo Jackpot Chasers power play. Kahnawake now 1 for 3 with the man advantage, and that'll be offside. Daytona Lazar, both goals for the Mohawks here. And they have a 2-0 lead with 8:17 to go in the second. Yeah. Daytona Lazar's second goal of the game. Bowen Deere with his second assist, and he just got hit in the face with that. Bowen Deere and Riley Tuax, the assists on the goal. And that is Bowen Deere's second assist of the game. Wesley Morris picks it up. Morris drifting, shoots against the grain, and that shot misses the net, and it'll go out. Ronan back on the fence alongside his partner Morris. Wesley Morris banks one up. Riley Tuax will shoot it in. Riley Tuax coming in. Gets a shot away, knocked down by a high stick, but played by Lakeshore. That goal would not have counted if it went in, but a good reaction save nonetheless by Vagenis. And here comes Lakeshore. Nicholas Delia. Delia moves in, and that is sent wide. Stock actually got a piece of that with the far pad, and he says enough of this. Daytona Lazar has 2 goals here, and the Mohawks have a 2-0 lead on Lakeshore in this semifinal. Back to the point it goes. A wrist shot. That goes wide. That was Joseph Grant letting one go from the point. Puck comes in front. And Dehainir Deere comes up. Deere accelerates into Lakeshore territory. Deere coming up, trying to cut in. And he goes flying with one of the Leopards. Puck stuck in the equipment of the 2 guys. And now it comes out to center ice. And look at Stacy coming in. Matthew Stacy, he shoots, and he ran right over freight training a Leopard player. And now it's played back, and there's a good feed up, and Lakeshore with an opportunity. And that is stopped by Ashton Stock. 2-0 Mohawks leading Lakeshore. Joseph Grant. It's Logan Johnson, 21. Joseph Grant, 28. Rodertis Montour forwards this one up. And here comes Lakeshore. Jeffrey Cunningham gets this one by. George Jacobs around the horn. Behind it, Deere trying to turn on the Jets. And he stalled out in second gear, but he does pick it up here. Deer sends one across, and that's intercepted. And here comes Lakeshore. One man back, and that is a good job defensively by the Mohawks. Stacy knocked that one away. Good read by Matthew Stacy. He gets one up to George Jacobs. Jacobs up the center. Pass got behind Deer, but he'll pick it up. They high near up with Deer. Puts on the brakes. Deer pulls it back. Stick handling his way through, and it's knocked away by Marcus Bloomfield. Stolen puck, Montour. He shoots, and that pinballs up to the high slot. Intercepted by Lakeshore. Grant up the center, and he'll shoot one over. Delia. And that shot is blocked, and the Mohawks will take it back. Rotertus Montour tried to clear it, did not go out, and this one will make its way out all the way across the goal line. Icing against the Lakeshore Leopards, or the Mohawks, sorry. .457 here in the second remaining. Kahnawake 2, Lakeshore 0. And what they do is they actually, this tournament, very much like the Pierre Laniel tournament in Beauharnois, they will actually flood the ice during the second period. Set out in front, broken up by Daibo. Stock, looking for it. And Ashton's got it here. Lakeshore, a victory over, I believe it was one of the St-Laurent teams, and now there's going to be a penalty on the Leopards. And I think this might be some, yeah, it's interference, so some goaltender business. And Logan Johnson goes to the box, so the Mohawks, 1 for 3 on the power play, have a chance to go up by a 3-0 margin. Carter Snow, Daytona Lazar, and Bowen Deer, who has 2 assists. Ashton Stock, send around the horn. Played up, and that one sent back in. Lakeshore's got to tag up. Wesley Morris going for a skate. Morris coming on in. Wesley Morris. Wesley pinned against the boards. Stolen behind the net by Lazar. Lazar back up to the point. Rona Daibo shoots, and that deflects and goes behind the net. Morris can't keep it in, and it's shot out. Stolen at center ice by Lakeshore. Here's a wrister. Stock knocks that one away. 3:43 left to go here in the period. That one's knocked away from Carter Snow, and the Mohawks power play will have to regroup here. Daibo. And here come the Mohawks. Daytona Lazar. He shoots, and that one misses over the top of the goal. Back to the point it goes. Ronan slaps one, that deflects and goes into the opposite corner. Picked up behind the goal. Bowen Deer tried to bank it in, and he hit someone in the leg, and it went the wrong way. Out in front it comes, that pass picked off as Snow tried to thread the needle, and back on the Leopards. Good job by Morris. Carter Snow comes in. Snow shoots, pad save made by Vagenis, and now it's shot out. Penalty is over. Kahnawake now 1 for 4 with the power play. Look out! Matthew Stacy doing a good job avoiding a potential collision at center ice. Played up. T. Deer knocks that one down. And now Lakeshore scoops it up. Penalty coming up. This will be a hook on, I believe, no, that's going to be on Deer, I think. It's a hook. And Lakeshore will go to work on power play number 3. The Leopards 0 for 2 with the power play, trying to get on the board here in the semifinal. going to the sink bin. There we go. Face off to the left of Ashton Stock. It comes up to the point. A wrist shot is blocked, and that gets out. Riley Tuax blocking the shot. Tuax and Rodertus Mator on the PK alongside Jacobs and Stacy on the defense. And it's chipped back into Lakeshore territory. And now the Leopards, Jacobs intercepts and sends Lakeshore back. And Todd Jacobs going for a skate here. Leopards pick it up. Jacobs running to, and amazingly bounced towards him. Now Lakeside, it's going to be a trip, and it's going to be 5-on-3 here for the Leopards, unless they score. The Mohawks touch it, but a 5-on-3 for a minute 13. Minute 27 to go. Face-off won by Lakeshore. A shot hit the man falling down. Another shot tipped on. Stock kept it out. Back to the point it comes. Bloomfield, Marcus Bloomfield out in front. And that goes out of play. And we had some tussling on the other side. Todd Jacobs. Nice little battle in front of that Mohawks goal. Hey! Hey! Won by the Mohawks. It cleared out of the zone. That's a huge win. And the face-off makes it, or the puck makes its way back. Oh, look out! Some anxious moments for the Leopards in their own zone here on the 5-on-3. 40 seconds to go in said 5-on-3. 50 in the game, or in the period. 2-0 Mohawks leading. Back to the point it goes. Puck's on edge. Slap shot won't hit the net. A rebound stuck behind the goal. Comes out in front. Ashton Stock blocks the pass. And he'll cover it up. If you see any kid dancing in the middle, that's my kid. She dances a lot better than her father does. 39 seconds left here in the second period. 2-0 Mohawks. Morris has a look. He tried to clear it, but it hit a shin. Leopards knock it down, and Morris had the puck hop on him. 27 seconds left, and away come the Leopards. They come in, a backhander that will not hit the net. 17 seconds to go in the period. 5-on-3 is over. It's now 5-on-4. Here's a shot. Stock pounces it. And that is cleared out. And the Leopards have a second to go. That is period 2. So they're going to flood the ice, and we're going to come back. The Mohawks, 10 minutes away from the championship game, leading 2-0 over Lakeshore. Here we go. Period number 3. The Kahnawake U18 beat Mohawks a mere 12 minutes away from clinching a spot in the finals here at the St-Laurent tournament. All they have to do is hang on to this lead. It's 2-0. Ashton Stock comes out to make the save. And yes, he is the starting netminder tonight. Whoa! Todd Jacobs got an up-close and personal view of that knuckle puck. Lakeshore picks it up. This is St-Laurent tournament. And Riley Tuax is out of the box. Lakeshore 0 for 3 on the power play as Tuax picks it up behind his own goal. Run into and makes the pass. Oh my goodness, he would get an assist here if Daytona Lazar scores, which would be his third of the game. Daytona with both the goals, one of which was on the power play. Now it's shot back in. 11 minutes to go here. Mohawks leading 2-0. Matt Stacy has a look and gets one up to the center ice. But there it is, Mator, Daytona Lazar dropping it back. Tuax slides one on, and that'll be held up by Vigenis. I'm gonna keep walking away from the camera as dad duty is most important. I gotta make sure that my kid doesn't run too far away. She's bothering a gentleman on the other side. As the Mohawks bring it back, they hide Deer trying to play one out in front. That pass hit a leg, and now we'll have a face-off. I believe that's a hand pass. And the face-off will come outside the Mohawk zone, or outside the Lakeshore zone. And now we've got a whistle and a little bit of a delay. And there you see the move. George Jacobs, because of the 5 forwards the Mohawks are missing tonight, George Jacobs has to come in and play forward. Normally a defenseman, but they moved him. And Noah Norton, who's pretty much been a utility player, he's played every position including goalie this season, not here. They were out with Daibo, that's a Howie Cross suspended for this game. If the Mohawks hang on and win here, Cross will be back tomorrow. He got a 2-gamer for allegedly punching a St-Laurent Warrior. And away come the Leopards. 2 minutes gone by here in the third period. So we're back at the standard 10 minutes remaining. Mohawks trying to clinch a spot in the final. And that's hammered around the boards. I almost feel like there's a feeling of like being laid back. I almost want Noah Norton to call a timeout here just to try and wake the guys up a bit. It just feels like they're being a little tentative. You're up by 2 goals, yes, I get it, but gotta put some turbo back in that engine. And you can't drive a plane too slow. If you do, it'll go into a stall, which is never good. Now the puck is picked up by Daytona Lazar. He's got both the Mohawks goals in this game. Sends one up the boards. Tuax tips it. And here's Wesley Morris shooting one. Did that hit the official? I think so. It hit something and skipped wide of the net. Ronan Daibo gets a shot off that goes high up in the air and then sails over the head of Bloomberg. And now away comes Lakeshore. And Daibo back on defense. Pass in between his legs. Breakaway opportunity. Stop by Aston Stock. Whoa! And meanwhile, we have a penalty after the fact. A slash on Ronan Daibo. And now a power play for the Leopards. Lakeshore 0 for 3 on the PP. Off the face-off, it's won by the Mohawks. Skipping puck goes to the point, and now it's on edge again as Ricardo Mator got in the way of that. Back to the point it goes. Pad save by Stock, who's played a very good game for the Mohawks today. Picked up by Lakeshore. Back in the high slot it goes. Here's Lou with a wrister, not on, and that is held by Ashton Stock. A shot is ripped wide of the net. And Daytona Lazar gets this return feed. He shoots, Pat save. And that'll be a penalty on Lakeshore. And that'll make it 4-on-4. Roughing the call, or interference, sorry. And sayonara, see you later power play. Leopards now 0 for 4 on the man advantage. We'll have 4-on-4 for the next minute 13. Off the face-off. Deer. He had that big goal the other night in that first round win over St-Laurent. And that one's chipped into the Leopards bench. Face-off coming up to the right of the Lakeshore net. If the Mohawks win, the championship will be tomorrow. Deer! What a goal! What a goal! And that's a 4-on-4 tally. So guess what? The Leopard still has to stay in the penalty box. Wow. He stick handled through a phone booth. And puts this one in the back of the goal. Stay high in your Deer. 4-on-4 tally. 3-0 K-Town. Morris shoots and he ripped it wide. Ooh. And now it's played up the center. Shot back in, 7:40 to go here in this semifinal matchup. The Mohawks win, they play tomorrow at 4:45, I believe, here at Ray Bork Arena. Gonna pack this joint up tomorrow if the Mohawks win. Shot back into Kahnawake territory. George Jacobs in his own zone. Shoots this one around the Hornet. Takes a funny hop and gets to center. That pass is picked. And here comes George Jacobs. He's at center today. Pass is dropped back to Snow. George will shoot one wide of the goal. Rebound stuck behind the goal. Deer trying to stuff it. Back to the point it goes. Wesley Morris. He shoots and that one will go wide. And now the Leopards will clear it. Remember, they're short-handed now for the next 35 seconds. Ronan missed the puck, but his defensive partner, Wesley Morris, backs him up. Behind Yardakwa, back up the center ice. Pass a little too far for Carter Snow, and the Mohawks will have to reset. Morris coming in. Morris making some moves, but the puck is picked off and cleared right in front. Jacobs! Puck is loose. Ronan Daibo, open look, and that is tipped by Jacobs wide. Deer picks it up. Penalty is over, so the Mohawks now 1 for 5 on the power play. Rister, blocker saved by Vigenis. It's intercepted by George Jacobs. Jacobs in front, Deer. Hey, shoot and score. Hey, high near Rockwood Deer. He's got his second. And the Mohawks can smell a berth in the final. Dehainer Duckwood-Deer's got his second of the game. Daytona Lazar has the other two. And the Mohawks collectively have a 4-0 lead here over Lakeshore. And here's Bowen Deer hustling. He has 2 assists. He's played a really good game today as well. 2 acts. Out in front, Lazar looking for the Hattie. He got his stick lifted. Pass that. Karam's wide. Deer lost his footing. And away come the Leopards. Grant, Joseph Grant, not on. Stolen. And Daytona Lazar trying to bust in, and Cunningham beat him to the puck. Cleared back out to neutral ice. And now Tuax trying to bust in. Riley Tuax, and it's knocked away. 4:44 left to go here in the third. Puck behind the goal. Out in front, Matthew Stacy with a wrister, slowed up, and that'll be held there by Vagenis with 4:24 to play. Well, if the game ends, I mean 4-0, I've seen weirder things happen. Like I've seen me graduate university. That was weird. But a win here, I believe the championship here at Ray Bourque Arena would be at the same time tomorrow. I'll have to look it up. Backhanded try, and that one goes wide. With there to Mator. Mator. George Jacobs. Wow, what a takeaway. Mator coming in. Sure if Jacobs touched it last. I know Mator got the puck to the net. It's Ronan. He's leading the charge. There were two Mohawks right at the lip of the crease. 5-0. And that's not Morse code for Popo. 5-0 with 3:50 to go, and this game is in the freezer right now. Now, actually, you know what? The game is in the fridge because the chicken's marinating right now in HP sauce. The eggs are cooling, the jello's jiggling. The Mohawks have a berth in the final coming up as this one will go down. Watch them score like 2 like the last night. Just give us a little scare there. Kahnawake had a 3-0 lead against St-Laurent. Okay, so George Jacobs got an assist on the goal. And the Mohawks up by a score of 5-0. Shot through traffic, and that skips wide. Riley Tuax, Wesley Norris. And the Leopards coming in. Play back to the point here with the tip. And he's squeezed out. Yeah, Lee Snow's got a beef. He said he wanted interference on that play. He's got a beef, but I mean, the Mohawks have a meal right now with a 5-0 lead. Penalty coming up here. And that'll be a trip with 3:16 to play. And Daytona Lazar is going to go to the sin bin. Off one by the Mohawks and sent to Dehainirukwa Deer. Turning on the Jets. Score! It is a third period hat trick for Dehainirukwa Deer. 6 love Mohawks. Dehainirukwa Deer with the hattie. Adding some ribeye sauce on top of the marinated chicken. You ever eat marinated chicken in HP sauce? It's pretty darn good. 6-0 Mohawks here and 3:50 to go as my kid is running up to me. I love you too, baby. That'll be in touch with a high stick. Play is halted. So we will have championship pucks tomorrow. Doubleheader for you. First at 3 o'clock, the Bantam Mohawks will play host to the Beaujoy Vikings, and then 4:45 will be here for the final when the Mohawks play against the winner of the St-Laurent Gladiators, St-Laurent Warriors. Of course, if the latter wins, then that'll be a rematch of the first round in which the Mohawks hung on to win 3-2. And now we got some business being discussed over at the scorekeeper's box. The song is "Let's Get Down to Business." They're getting down to business here, it looks like. Getting back to the action. Sorry, I had to pursue my kid. Mohawks leading 6-0. There's another save for Ashton Stock in the first two periods. This was a 2-0 game. He made a lot of really clutch stops. Back to the point of wrister, blocked. Oh, sorry, just got hit from the back by my kid. Just ran right into me. Back to the point it goes. A shot with the puck on edge is blocked. Comes out in front, Ashton Stock the save. And that goes wide, picked up by the Mohawks, cleared but not out. Puck skips. And Matthew Stacey says thank you very much. Penalty is over, and my kid is now running around with a security guard. George Jacobs with the steal. He shoots, that's blocker to win. My kid has character like my father. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And that'll be a roughing call on the Mohawks, and that Bowen Deere got a penalty? That might be his first penalty of the season. Bowen Deere got a roughing call?
First penalty of his life.
Hey, we got like a minute left here. And then we'll go eat ribs somewhere because I know you love them. I'm also starving. 1:23 to play here. Unfortunately, all the food at this arena is healthy. Except for the chips. And I don't like chips. And now we got the face-off coming up as Bowen Deere will sit this one out. Minute 23 left to go, and Lakeshore 0 for 5 on the power play will get a 6th crack at it here. Back to the point it goes. Bowie. And we got a penalty coming up. I think this will be an interference or a hook on the Mohawks. Why did they blow the whistle when Lakeshore had the puck? Anyway. Don't forget, we're going to be having a referee's corner soon here on Baby Blue Memories, where current Mohawk, Kahnawake Mohawk Matthew Stacey, certified official, and I will review footage, and Matt will give his educated opinion on the call. Here's a wrist shot, save made. before it got to the goal. So it's a 5-on-3 as we have hit the final minute here in the semifinal. Wesley Morris and Carter Snow, Rotertus Mator, the three out there, and that one will go up and out of play. So the Mohawks will be playing tomorrow in the championship of this tournament. I believe that'll be a 4:45 start time. I'm really mad at myself because I'm hungry and I just talked about marinated chicken. Really regretting that. Really regretting that comparison right now. Here's a wrist shot off the draw block. Matthew Stacey picks it up. The aforementioned sends one around the horn. Dehainer Duckwo Deer also on this 5-on-3. Knocked away. And Deer gets it as far as the blue line. Picked up by Lakeshore. Matthew Stacey gets it out of the zone. Offside. Unfortunately for Logan Johnson, he wasn't sure, and that'll be ruled intentional offside. So the face-off will come back into the Lakeshore zone as we're down to the final 22.4 seconds. So there will be a championship tomorrow up for grabs. Let's pack the Ray Bork Arena, folks. Matthew Stacey gets a wrist shot off. That won't go. Another footnote would have been if that goal went in, that would have been game because it would have been the mercy rule. But Lakeshore comes back down to the final 8 seconds. Here's a wrist shot blocked by Matthew Stacey. And Ashton Stock will get the shutout. And the Mohawks are going to the final. How about Ashton Stock, who plays for the U18 Blackhawks, giving the Mohawks a good performance in nets. And the Mohawks are going to the final. So they will play either the St-Laurent Warriors or the St-Laurent Gladiators in the final. And now time for the player of the game presentation for both Lakeshore and for Kahnawake. So now we're going to see who they give it to. You got so many different Mohawks that had a good game out. Defensively, I thought they really played their game and just really took it to another level, especially in the third period. It almost felt like at times in the game, the first 2 periods specifically, they were sleepwalking, but really turning on the Jets when it mattered most to advance to the championship. And Marcus Broomfield will get the game MVP for the Leopards. And now we gotta wait and see who gets the game MVP for Kahnawake. Ashton Stock gets the game MVP. How about that? How about the call-up? Yeah, they said Chaz Norton, but that's Ashton Stock, and we will have, let's get another glimpse of this for a second night in a row. The U18 Bees are shaking hands post-game, which is something that I would never imagine to have seen in my wildest dreams, especially the way the regular season has gone up to this point. But we will have championship medals on the line tomorrow. The Kahnawake Mohawks are off to the final. Your final score, Mohawks 6, Leopards 0. I am Brandon Border for Baby Blue Memories. We are out of here. Keep marinating that chicken. On a giveaway.